Hi, you guys. So I wanted to come on and talk about something. I saw it on one of the hip hop blogs, right, on um, Instagram, and it was saying Puffy tells Jay Z he filled not just Biggie shoes, but Biggie and Tupac shoes, right? And, and ever since Mace have been on him, he just been really putting his foot in his mouth, right? I'm talking about Puffy. So I don't know what to make of all of this. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it either. I feel like most people don't agree with that statement. So it's just not a lot to say about it. Most people don't agree. And we don't agree for real reasons, right? I think that, and I've said this before about how people are now coming back. There's a lot of people here on YouTube who come back and tell a whole bunch of stories about things that happened back in the 90s, and for people who really were not there, they didn't really know what the climate was like in hip hop and just in general in America. It's very easy to buy into some of these stories when you're looking at these people as who they are today. They were not the people that they are today in 95 and 96 and 97, right? And so, yeah, you just have to take that into consideration if you are under a certain age. That everything that people are saying may not necessarily be the truth, and it doesn't matter who they are that's saying it. That's kind of really my point on it. I guess I'll play what he said. I guess he has a clubhouse or something. Um, then I'll come back.
But as far as like, big
Let's
impact and
see.
like just pushing forward, that's just me being a student of the game and loving the game and loving the culture and just wanting to push the culture forward. And for me, that was the challenge that I was faced with. But as far as like, big impact and like just pushing forward, that's just me being a student of the game and loving the culture and just wanting to push the culture forward. For me, that was the challenge that I was faced with, and that's a void. That's a big void. That ain't
Yeah.
others others stepped in and filled it as well, not just myself, but it was that's a big void. That's the two pillars right there. Imagine that within a year.
Yeah. Six
Right?
months apart. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's,
Yo, I want to say, bro, you filled them shoes though. You feel you came in and you know what I'm saying. So we definitely give thanks for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely came in and I just know how much Big like really looked up to Jay. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they
that's
looked
love.
up to
That's
each
love.
other.
That's
You know what
love.
I'm saying? They looked up to each other. And yeah, that is crazy to have to step into the shoes of like two people because that's all it was really was those two people, and they had like the game. They had things on lock. Hove was coming, you know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like, it was like these two cats was just so big, you know what I'm saying? And then so it's like to have all of that, like come on you and have that responsibility to keep this shit fly and keep the art of it going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think Ho really kept the, not, you know, Ho kept the art of it going and was able to take where they was at and take it, you know what I'm saying? Take it even higher.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, that's what he had to say. I don't agree, and like I said, I think a lot of people don't agree with that. I think that Jay Z's career definitely was a different. Is different. It's very different than the path that Tupac was on, and the path that Biggie was on. Even the path that Biggie was on. Now, what's funny to me is that over the years, you would hear people saying that he was filling the shoes or he was picking up where Biggie left off. I don't know where he getting this Tupac stuff from. So I think that's just him still trying to, do the foolery that he probably been doing since 90s, whatever year that was, right? And some of these people need to grow up. You should be grateful and thankful for the position you in, and just grow up. And like you holding on to something like that and trying to take shots and silliness, and Jay-Z is not Tupac, Biggie is not Tupac. They're all there, everybody's different and they all have success in their own way, and they're all remembered in their own way, for their own reasons. I've never thought about Jay-Z when I'm thinking about Biggie. I have never thought about Jay-Z when I'm thinking about Tupac. And I don't think anybody else has either. I think that Jay-Z has a unique story. He has his own story, his own rise. And that's it, and that's all. Like, why not just honor that, right? Why try to put these other people into it? And then, like I said, for years people were making the comparison between him and Biggie, and now they're trying to, he's trying to slide the Tupac name in there, and Tupac's name don't go in the same, and it just don't. He was completely a different person than these other people, and so for you to even try to do that is you trying to, probably try to be greasy in some kind of way. And this is why Mace is on his neck now. He just, it's like grow up and get over stuff that you shouldn't even be talking about, to be really honest. And that's just how I feel about it. I feel like, yeah, there's no comparison in any way. And to be honest, even with the Biggie comparison, I never saw that either. Um, the way I saw Biggie and the way I received him as our artist, because I didn't know him personally. Um, I just don't see Jay-Z the same way, and I don't see Jay-Z's career the same way either. And that's just my opinion. Now, do I think it's probably that time, and as time is going on, for Jay-Z to probably get honored and stuff? Yeah, but I don't think you need to bring his name up with other people. I think that he should be able to stand on his own music, his own career, how much he's accomplished in business and wherever else. I think that he can stand on that on his own. He doesn't need to have his name attached to anyone else. And why do that? But I definitely felt like Puffy was just trying to take like shots or whatever. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm just not going there. So yeah, that's just my opinion about that. And since I'm on the topic of rap music, what is going on with Benzino? Why they got Benzino out here getting arrested again? Like, what is going on? And the whole, just to go back for 5 seconds on the whole Jay-Z thing, and you guys can, however you feel about it, you can let me know in the comments. You know, even making that statement, like, he's really forgetting about the fact that DMX is really smashing, right? Like back then, like you cannot disrespect or overlook DMX ever. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go on and speak up for him on that. And even a Ja Rule, which there are some songs I believe Jay-Z and Ja Rule even have together. So it kind of lets you know I'm not making this up. They were there, they were definitely on the charts, and they were definitely factors. You cannot play down an outcast. You can't play down some other people as well that they were factors in that time, and some of them still are today. So you can't do that. You can't sit out here and act like, oh, it went from Biggie and Tupac to Jay-Z. It really didn't. You can't play down Nas. You can't play down people who really were there, and they were on the charts heavy, just like a Jay-Z was making that rise. And personally, where I grew up in LA. I didn't even know who Jay-Z was until Can I Get, I think that's the name. When was the song with Foxy Brown? um Ain't No, excuse me. And then the other song, with Ja Rule. Those songs became popular in where I was at. And that's when I started to start hearing about Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z probably was already known on the East Coast. We did not have social media. We did not have all this stuff. Okay, so I didn't know what was going on in New York. But I'm just talking about from where I'm coming from. And for us on the West Coast, we love DMX. We love Nas, and we love Ja Rule. And then all this 50 Cent stuff happened, and now everybody trying to act like they don't remember that Ja Rule was hitting, right? So, whatever. People can play, I don't lick butt, and I'm not falling behind nobody about nothing. I'm just going to tell the truth. And people can go and look at the charts and go and look at the stories and the magazine covers and how things really were going at that time and see these things for themselves. So yeah, you can't play down those people to try to say that nobody else is there, and they just went from Tupac and Biggie to Jay Z, and even on the West Coast, Snoop was doing what he was doing as well, right? And so I don't know, like yeah, I just it's something about Puffy that just bothers me. I think that people, we expect more from some people, right? Like too much is given, much is expected, and people should sometimes try to rise to that occasion. And that's just how I feel about him. It's just something about him that's just not right. And all this fake stuff about love and all this, that, and the other, and then you out here always in the middle of something like a little girl. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's too much. And I feel like, people want to honor Jay Z, then let him stand on his own work and in the things that he's accomplished. I think that's enough. I don't think that we need to try to force Biggie and Tupac into a conversation with Jay Z. Um, and that's just my opinion. You guys can let me know how you feel about that in the comments. But back to to Benzino. What is Benzino out here getting arrested for? They said something about he violated. I guess a bench warrant or something. I don't know. And where was he at? That looks like this don't look like Atlanta. I don't know. So, I mean, he is staying in the media for all the wrong reasons. So I hope he's okay or whatever is going on with that. And then the whole Gunner situation. Um, they're saying that he won't go to court until January 2023. That's like 6 months away. That's a long time before he can get a date. It just makes you shake your head. Like, I don't know what all they were doing, but like we gotta stop it making these kids think that it's okay to go to prison and to jail and stuff. That is not okay. That is not cute at all. At all. Like this guy was just walking on the red carpet at the Met Gala, and now he's sitting up in a jail, for 6 months. Hip hop. Oh, the verses. They just put it up, the announcement up for MJG and UGK. Um, but that's two. They only gave us 2 day notice. So I hope people are aware of it that probably would want to watch it, because I think that's like a real short announcement, right? And I also hope that they're gonna let us watch it here on YouTube, and not do all this funny style stuff like they've been doing. Who wanted to see it? I didn't get that. Like they should have made that really clear that this was a part of a fight. I heard them say something about a fight, but they still could have had the verses and then had the fight. Say, why one had to do have anything to do with the other, I don't know. Like make that clear, right? So I don't know what they're doing with this one since it's such short notice. I'm gonna try to watch it on YouTube, but if I don't see it, then I'm just gonna leave the whole situation alone. Because at some point, everybody's just gonna kind of get turned off, right? Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments. I feel like people are just gonna get turned off from verses all the way together. Now, MJG and 80 Ball and MJG, that's my group. Now I was wearing them out. I was wearing the cassette tapes out, but I'm not gonna be chasing that down like that. Like they need to do more underhand stuff and trick people into things because if people don't have no money to order no fight, they guess what? They not gonna order no fight. Like we not out here like that. So whatever you can do with your finances is you. Everybody not on it like that. And so it's not fair to the people who really are fans of Cypress Hill and Onyx for you guys to push stuff like that and then not really tell people, trying to get people to order this package. You should have told people that up front. Fight anyway, right? And then they still would have been able to watch it. So you give people the opportunity to plan, to do what they can do. Like everybody not sitting on millions like y'all. So you have to talk to people right. That's it and that's all. Looking forward to the verses between MJG, A Ball and MJG and UGK, and who you with. I already told you who I'm with, but I do, I do like UGK as well. And rest in peace, Pipsy. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that they're gonna have people come in for him since he's not here? Like, you think he'll have some other Houston people show up to maybe cover some of the lyrics for him for Pimp C? Let me know in the comments. Here talking about somebody the next Biggie and Tupac, and you think he gonna have some people come in?